lesson, thank you. This lesson is called division of a fraction by a fraction. But I would like to start with some review of division of whole numbers. So I'm going to start with 4 divided by 2. So we are using 4 fraction wholes as our 4, and the division skittles, we call them skittles, as our divisor. So one of the rules of division is that division is always fair. And so if this is you, and this is your friend, then you get 1, and your friend gets 1, and you get 1, and your friend gets 1. Another rule of division is that the answer is always what the unit gets. So in this case, 1 person got 2, and so the answer to our problem is 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, let's try a more difficult problem. Let's try this with 1/2. A little bit more of a challenge here. We have 1/2 divided by 2. In this case, I can't divide this up evenly because it doesn't work. But you've been doing addition and subtraction and finding equivalent fractions, and you know that you can exchange this for something that's equivalent. So I can exchange this for 2/4 because 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. Now I can divide that up between myself and my friend, and the answer to 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. All right, so let's try the next one. For the next one, we're going to change this, and we're going to do fraction division by a fraction. So let's do 1/2 divided by 2/3. I'm going to need a special material for this work. These are whole number skittles. So I need a special material, and it is the fraction skittles. Now you might remember these from preschool when you were learning about the whole, the half, the thirds, and the fourths. But now you're going to use them to figure out what a fraction divided by a fraction equals. So this says 1/2 is my, 1/2 divided by 2/3. So I am going to bring out 2/3 of my fraction skittles, my third skittles, and I'm going to divide this evenly amongst my 2/3. So I can exchange this again for an equivalent fraction. I know that 2/4 equals 1/2. And now I can pass it out to my 2/3. 1/4 to each. But in division, the answer is what the unit gets. And in this case, this is not a unit. This is a unit. So I need to bring out my other third. And it's fair. We have to give each piece the same amount. So we're going to give that third a 4th also. Now I can put it together and make a unit and put my answer together and make 3/4. So the answer to 1/2 divided by 2/3 is 3/4. We would do this over and over and over and ask our students to find a pattern. So we might give them problems like this. 1/2 divided by 1/2, 2/2, 1/3 divided by 1/2, 2/3. And then we would challenge them to look for a pattern. You know a lot about multiplication, you know a lot about fractions. do you see a pattern? And then eventually, they would come to the realization that if you multiply like this, then you get your answers. 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 1 is 4, 1 times 2 is 2. And they say, oh yeah, I see a pattern. I can multiply and get the answer, but it's, you know, it's kind of catty-corner like that. And then we teach them about the reciprocal. They say, well, do you think that will work for every problem? And challenge them. And they say, if you think that's going to work, then multiply this problem and write the answer. And so this one would be 2 times 4, 4, 2 times 3, 6. And then we would tell them to do it with the material and see if it was correct. And if it was, then they could safely say that that would work for every multiplication or every division problem that they would try. And then they could go into bigger numbers, because this is a limited, it only goes up to 4. So once they've learned the rule about the reciprocal, which if you don't remember that, it would be like this problem right here. 1/2 divided by 2/3. You would write the second step saying that equals 1/2 times 3 over 2. The reciprocal is the number times each other equals 1. And then they would multiply it. When you and I went to school, we were just taught, well, that's easy, you flip it around, that's the reciprocal, then you multiply, and that's how you find the answer. So this encourages them to explore, be mathematicians, look for patterns, and that's